Hello everyone, in this video we are going to discuss exercise 4.1 from the chapter pair of linear equations in two variables. Okay, let's have a look at the first question. State whether the lines represented by the following pairs of linear equations intersect at a point or are parallel or are coincident. Here two linear equations are given and we need to find, if we draw the graph for these two equations, whether they will intersect at one point or those two lines are parallel to each other or else those are coincident. Coincident is nothing but one line upon the other. So this I am taking as equation 1 and this I am taking as equation 2. So pair of linear equation will be in the form of ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. It's nothing but x coefficient is a, y coefficient is b and constant c. So in this case we have two equations, so that's why I'm writing it as a1 b1 c1. Now for the second equation it will become a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equals to 0. Here x coefficient is a2, y coefficient b2, c2 is the constant in the second equation. Now if we observe the first equation, phi x is the first term. So x coefficient is phi. So a1 is phi. Here y coefficient is minus 4. So b1 is minus 4. Constant is 8, that is nothing but c1. So c1 is 8. Second equation if you observe, x coefficient is 7. So a2 is 7. Y coefficient is 6. Here y coefficient is b2. So b2 is 6. c2 is constant, that is here minus 9. So to check whether those two lines intersect or parallel or coincident with each other, we need to check a1 by a2 value, b1 by b2 value and c1 by c2 value. If we observe a1 divided by a2, here x coefficient is 5, that is a1, divided by x coefficient is a2, so that is 7. So a1 by a2 we got 5 by 7. Next b1 by b2, here it is minus 4 divided by here plus 6. And c1 by c2, c1 is constant 8 divided by c2 constant in the second equation minus 9. Now if we observe the relationship between this a1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2, here 5 by 7 and minus 4 by 6. If we do simplification of it, 2 2s are 2 3s are. So b1 by b2 is minus 2 by 3. So from these two we can conclude that 5 by 7 is not equal to minus 2 by 3. We got like this, that is a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2. If a1 by a2 not equals to b1 by b2, then those two lines will intersect at a point. These two equations, if we draw the graph, those two lines are going to touch with each other at a point. So whenever a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2, and no need to check this c1 by c2, because if a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2, it is enough to say that those two lines will touch with each other, otherwise intersect at a point. So if a1 by a2 not equal to b1 by b2, then no need to check with this c1 by c2. Okay, let's move to second question in this. Okay, question B is 9x plus 3y plus 12 is equals to 0. 18x plus 6y plus 24 is equals to 0. Here a1 is 9, a2 is 18. So a1 by a2 is equals to 9 by 18. That is nothing but 9 ones are 9 twos are. So a1 by a2 is equals to 1 by 2. Next b1 by b2. Here B1 is 3 divided by B2 is 6. 3 1s are 3 2s are. It is also equals to 1 by 2. Next C1 divided by C2. C1 is 12 divided by C2 is 24. So if we observe this, we can say one thing, that is A1 by A2 equals to B1 by B2 also equals to, here 12 1s are 12 2s are. So again it is also 1 by 2 only. So C1 by C2. We got A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2 is equals to C1 by C2. So it means if A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2 is equals to C1 by C2, then if we draw the graphs of those two equations, we will get coincident lines. Coincident is nothing but one line upon the another. For example, if we did first equation graph like this, second equation also graph will come exactly on that only again. So those lines are called as coincident lines. So these two lines will form coincident. Next, come to the third one. A1 by A2. A1 by A2 is equals to, A1 is 6 divided by A2 is 3. 2 1s are 2 3s are. So A1 by A2 value is 3. The same way B1 by B2. B1 by B2. Here y coefficient is minus 3 divided by, here y, before y nothing number is there. So it means 1 minus 1 is equals to, minus minus cancel, 3 divided by 1 3. Next, C1 divided by C2. C1 is 10 divided by C2 is 9. 10 by 9. Now if we observe clearly, A1 by A2 value, B1 by B2 value, both are equal to each other. So we can say A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2. Whereas this C1 by C2 is not equal. So not equals to C1 by C2. If A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2 is equals to C1 by C2, then those two lines represent parallel lines. If A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2 not equals to C1 by C2, then those two lines are parallel to each other. Okay, let's move to the next question. Check whether the following equations are consistent or inconsistent. So consistent is nothing but if the two equations has at least one solution. If the given two equations are having at least one solution, then those are consistent. If the given two equations does not have any solution, then those two equations are inconsistent. So let us check. Again same, A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2, C1 by C2, we need to check. Now this 5 is there towards the right side, so I will take to this also left side. 3x plus 2y plus 5 will become minus 5 is equals to 0. The same way second equation also, 2x minus 3y, here plus 7, if we take another side become minus 7 is equals to 0. Now let us compare A1 by A2 with B1 by B2, C1 by C2. So A1 by A2 is equals to, here x coefficient 3, here x coefficient is 2, so 3 by 2. Next, B1 by B2. Here B1 is 2 divided by B2 is minus 3. Next, C1 by C2. Here minus 5 divided by here minus 7. Minus minus cancel, which is equals to 5 by 7. Now if we observe this A1 by A2 and B1 by B2, A1 by A2 that is 3 by 2 and B1 by B2 is 2 by minus 3. So both are completely different. So A1 by A2 is not equals to B1 by B2. When A1 by A2 is not equals to B1 by B2, no need to compare this C1 by C2 also. So here we got A1 by A2 is not equals to B1 by B2. So it means those two lines are intersecting with each other. So if those two lines are intersecting with each other, it means those two lines have solution. So if those two lines having solution, then this pair is consistent. Let's take the next question. Here also first I am doing everything, I will take to the left side only. 2x minus 3y, here 8 is there, if I take to the left side it will become minus 8 is equals to 0. Here 4x minus 6y plus 9, if we take another side it will become minus 9 is equals to 0. Now let us compare a1 by a2, 2 by 4, 2 1s are 2 2s are, so a1 by a2 value is half. Then b1 by b2, here b1 is minus 3 divided by b2 is minus 6, minus minus cancel, 3 1s are 3 2s are, so we left with 1 by 2. Next c1 by c2 also we need to check. Here c1 is minus 8 divided by c2 is minus 9, minus minus cancel, so we remains with 8 divided by 9. Okay, now if you observe the values, here a1 by a2 value is 1 by 2, b1 by b2 also 1 by 2, whereas c1 by c2 is not 1 by 2. So we can write this a1 by a2 equals to b1 by b2, which is not equals to c1 by c2. a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2, which is not equals to c1 by c2. So it means these two lines are parallel lines. Parallel lines won't touch with each other at any point, so it means they don't have any solution. So if those two lines are not having any solution, then those are inconsistent. At least one solution should be there, then only they are consistent. If zero solutions are there, those two lines will be having inconsistent. Okay, let's check the next question. 3 by 2x plus 5 by 3y is equals to 7. Again here also same, everything I will take first to the left side. 3 by 2x plus 5 by 3y. Here plus 7 is there, if we take another side it will become minus 7. Minus 7 is equals to 0. The same way second equation also, 9x minus 10y plus 12, if we take another side it will become minus 12 is equals to 0. Now this is a1, this is a2, this is b1, this is b2, c1, c2. So now let us compare. a1 by a2 is equals to, here a1 is 3 by 2 divided by a2 is 9. Here 2 will come to the down, so it will be 3 by 2 into 9, which is nothing but 3 1s are 3 3s are, so 1 by 6. Next let us check b1 by b2. Here b1 is 5 by 3 divided by b2 is minus 10. The same way again this 3 will come to the down, so we get 5 by 3 into 10. Here minus symbol is there, so minus as it is. 5 1s are 5 2s are, so we got minus 1 by 6. Next c1 by c2 is equals to, here c1 is minus 7 divided by c2 is minus 12. Minus minus will get cancelled, so we remains with 7 by 12. Now if we observe these two clearly, so if we observe this, a1 by a2 value is 1 by 6, whereas b1 by b2 value is minus 1 by 6. So we can write a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2. a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2, so it means these two lines are intersecting lines. If those two lines are intersecting with each other, definitely it will be having 1 0. So these are consistent. Okay, let's check the next question. Here also same, this plus 11 I will take to the left side, this minus 22 I'll take to the left side. So we get 5x minus 3y plus 11, if we take another side become minus 11 is equals to 0. Here also minus 10x plus 6y minus 22, if we take another side become plus 22, which is equals to 0. So let us check a1 by a2 value. Here a1 is 5 divided by a2 is minus 10. So 5 1s are 5 2s are, minus 1 by 2. Next b1 by b2. Here b1 is minus 3 divided by b2 is 6. 3 1s are 3 2s are, so we remains with minus 1 by 2. Then c1 by c2. c1 is minus 11 divided by c2 is 22. 11 1s are 11 2s are, minus 1 by 2. If we observe the values, a1 by a2 is minus 1 by 2, b1 by b2 is minus 1 by 2, c1 by c2 is also minus 1 by 2. So a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 equals to c1 by c2. a1 by e2 is equals to b1 by c2 equals to c1 by c2. It means these two lines are coincident lines. If two lines are coincident, then those two equations will be having infinite solutions. If infinite solutions are there, then it is consistent. Because infinite solutions are there means compulsory one solution is there. So if at least one solution is there means they are consistent. So definitely this is also consistent. Next, here also same, plus 8 I will take to the left side, plus 12 I will take to the left side. So first let us compare a1 by a2. a1 is 4 by 3 divided by a2 is 2. So this 3 will come to the down, so we remains with 4 by 3 into 2. 2 ones are 2 twos are. So a1 by a2 value is 2 by 3. Now b1 by b2 is equals to here 2, here 3. 2 by 3. Next, c1 by c2. If this plus 8 I will take to the left side means minus 8 divided by here plus 12. If I take to the left side it will become minus 12. Minus minus cancel. 4 twos are 4 threes are. So c1 by c2 value is 2 by 3. a1 by a2 is 2 by 3. b1 by b2 is 2 by 3. c1 by c2 is also 2 by 3. So a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2, which is also equals to c1 by c2. If a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 is equals to c1 by c2, it means these two equations are coincident. If two equations are coincident, then obviously it is consistent. Next question, x plus y is equals to 5 and 2x plus 2y is equals to 10. So first let us check a1 by a2. Here before x nothing is there means 1 will be there. So 1 by a2 is 2. Next b1 by b2. b1 by b2. Here b1 before y nothing is there means 1 will be there. So 1 by b2 is 2. Next c1 by c2 is equals to here plus 5. If we take this side it will become minus 5. Plus 10 if I take to the left side it will become minus 10. Minus minus cancel. 5 ones are 5 twos are. It is also equals to 1 by 2. a1 by a2 is equals to 1 by 2. b1 by b2 is equals to 1 by 2. c1 by c2 is also equals to 1 by 2. So a1 by a2 equals to b1 by b2 equals to c1 by c2. If a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by c2 is equals to c1 by c2, it means these two lines are coincident lines. If two lines are coincident to each other, then it will be having infinite solutions. So solution is there, so that's why these two are consistent pairs. Okay, let's take the next question. X minus y is equals to 8, 3x minus 3y equals to 16. This plus 8 I will take to the left side. So we get x minus y minus 8 is equals to 0. Here 16 also I am taking to the left side. So we will get 3x minus 3y minus 16 is equals to 0. Now let us compare. a1 by a2 is equals to here before x 1. 1 by x before 3. So a1 by a2 value is 1 by 3. b1 by b2. Here before y minus 1. Here before y minus 3. Minus minus cancel. So we remains with 1 by 3. Next c1 by c2. Here c1 is minus 8 divided by c2 is minus 16. Minus minus cancel. 8 ones are 8 twos are. That is 1 by 2. a1 by a2 and b1 by b2 both are having the same value 1 by 3. So we can write a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2. But whereas c1 by c2 is 1 by 2, which is completely different from these values. So which is not equals to c1 by c2. If a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2, which is not equals to c1 by c2, then these two lines are parallel to each other. If two lines are parallel to each other, they don't have any common point, so it means no solution. If solution is not there, then those are called as inconsistent. Next, let us check the fourth question. Here a1 by a2. A value is 2 divided by a2 is 4. 2 ones are 2 twos are, which is 1 by 2. Next b1 by b2. before y 1 divided by before y minus 2. 1 by minus 2 is same as minus 1 by 2. Now a1 by a2, b1 by b2, if we compare, these two values are completely different. So a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2. If a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2, then those two lines are intersecting lines. If two lines are intersecting with each other, definitely it will be having one solution. So we can say these two lines are consistent. Of course, when a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2, as I already said, c1 by c2 is not required. Of course, if you want, you can solve that also, no problem. Okay, let us check the last question in this bit. a1 divided by a2. Here a1 is 2, a2 is 4. So 2 divided by 4. 2 1s are 2 2s are, which is 1 by 2. The same way b1 by b2. Here b1 is minus 2 divided by b2 is minus 4. Minus minus cancel. 2 1s are 2 2s are 1 by 2. The same way c1 by c2. Here c1 minus 2, c2 minus 5. Minus minus cancel, which is equals to 2 by 5. Now if we compare these answers, a1 by a2 is equals to 1 by 2, b1 by b2 is equals to 1 by 2, whereas c1 by c2 is equals to 2 by 5. So a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 because these two are 1 by 2, whereas this is a different answer, so not equals to c1 by c2. a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2, not equals to c1 by c2. It means these two are parallel lines. If two lines are parallel to each other, then no solution, so that's why inconsistent. Okay, let's move to the third bit. Here from third bit onwards, completely word problems only. So in the word problems, the first and foremost thing we need to do is reading the question perfectly, word by word. Neha went to a sale to purchase some pants and skirts. When her friend asked her how many of each she had bought, she answered, the number of skirts are 2 less than twice the number of pants purchased, and the number of skirts is 4 less than 4 times the number of pants purchased. Help her friend to find how many pants and skirts Neha bought. So in this total only 2 words are there. One is related to pants and one is related to skirts, and we need to find how many pants are there, how many skirts are there. So let the number of pants is equals to x. How many pants are there we don't know, so that's why I'm taking number of pants as x. The same way, let the number of skirts, how many pants are there we don't know, that's why I'm taking as x. How many skirts are there, that also we don't know, so that's why I'm taking some other variable y. So let the number of pants are x and let the number of skirts are y. Now let us read the conditions what they give. The number of skirts, skirts means y, so y, number of skirts are 2 less than twice the number of pants. 2 less minus 2 than twice the number of pants. Here pants is x, he is saying about twice, so it will be 2x. Number of skirts are 2 less than twice the number of pants. This is equation 1. And next, second condition, and the number of skirts are 4 less than 4 times. 4 less than 4 times. of number of pants purchased. So this is the equation 2. First equation we wrote according to the first condition, and second equation we wrote according to the second condition. So we got now two equations. We need to solve these two equations to solve for x and y values. So all the word problems solutions I am going to solve through the elimination method only. These two equations I am doing subtraction. So this plus y will become minus y, plus 4x will become minus 4x, minus 4 will become plus 4. So y minus y 0, which is equals to 2x minus 4x minus 2x minus 2 plus 4 plus 2. So now this minus 2x I will take to the left side. So we will get plus 2x is equals to plus 2. So x is equals to, if we take this 2 to the right side, we will get 2 by 2. 2 cancel, so we remains with 1. X is equals to 1. Now this x value we can substitute in the first equation or second equation, we will get the y value. So this x I am substituting in first equation. Y is equals to 2x minus 2 is the first equation. Y is equals to 2 into, in the place of x, number 1, minus 2. 2 1s are 2, minus 2. 2 minus 2, 0. Here x value we got as 1, whereas y value we got as 0. And what are these x and y? X is nothing but number of pants. Number of pants. That is x. So x, how much you got here? 1. Next, y is nothing but number of skirts. Here y value we got as 0. So y is nothing but skirts. So number of skirts are 0 in number. So she bought 1 pants and 0 skirts. Okay, let's take the question number 4. 10 students of class 10 took part in a mathematics quiz. If the number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys, then find the number of boys and girls. So here how many boys are there, how many girls are there, so we don't know. So what I am doing, let the number of girls be some constant x. The same way, let the number of boys be y. So now if we observe, the first line only it says 10 students of class 10. So in the 10th class only 10 students are there. So in that 10 students, some students are girls and some students are boys. So it means number of total girls plus number of all the boys is equals to total students. Those are 10. Number of girls plus number of boys is equals to total students 10. So this is equation 1. Next, second condition, if the number of girls is 4 more number of girls, girls we took as x, so number of girls is equals to 4 more plus 4 than number of boys, boys are y. Number of girls are 4 more than the number of boys. This is equation 2. So we need to solve these two equations. So first equation as it is I am writing, that is x plus y is equals to 10, and from the second equation this y I am taking to the left side. So we will get x minus y is equals to 4. Now I will do addition of these two equations. So this x plus x, 2x plus y minus y cancel, which is equals to 10 plus 4, 14. 2x is equals to 14, then x is equals to 14 divided by 2, that is nothing but 7. Now x value we got as 7, so x value we can substitute in the first equation or second equation. I am substituting in the first equation. First equation is given as x plus y is equals to 10. So in the place of x, let us substitute 7. 7 plus y is equals to 10. So y is equals to 7. If we take another side, it will become minus, to 10 minus 7, that is 3. X value we got as 7 and Y value we got as 3. So X is nothing but girls and Y is nothing but boys. So number of girls are 7 and number of boys are 3 in number. Okay, let's check the next question. 5 pencils and 7 pens together cost 50 rupees, whereas 7 pencils and 5 pens together cost 46 rupees. Then find the cost of 1 pencil and 1 pen. Cost of 1 pencil X rupees. Cost of 1 pen Y rupees. So first condition what he gave, 5 pencils and 7 pens cost 50 rupees. 1 pencil cost is X rupees. Then 5 pencils, 5 into X plus 1 pen cost Y rupees. Then 7 pens, 7 into Y, 7Y. 5 pencils plus 7 pens cost is equals to 50 rupees. Equation 1. Next, second condition, 7 pencils and 5 pens. 1 pencil cost is X rupees, so 7 pencils cost 7 into X, 7X plus 5 pens, 1 pen Y, then 5 pens 5Y. It costs 46 rupees. This is equation 2. So now we need to solve the first equation and second equation. If we observe the first equation as well as second equation, here X coefficient is Y, X coefficient is Y. Both are different. Here Y coefficient is 7, here Y coefficient is 5. Both the Y coefficients are also different. X coefficients are different as well as Y coefficients are different. So we cannot solve these equations. So what we need to do is making any one of the coefficients equal, either X coefficients or Y coefficients. So this total first equation I am multiplying by 7. And this total second equation I am multiplying by 5 to make X coefficients equal. 5X into 7, 35X plus 7Y into 7, 49Y is equals to 50 into 7, 350. Second equation, 7X into 5, 35X, 5Y into 5, 25Y is equals to 46 into 5, 5 6 is 30, 0 3 there, 5 4 is 20, so 230. Now if we observe these two equations, here X coefficient is 35, here also X coefficient is 35. So in both the equations X coefficients are same, so we can solve this now. I am doing subtraction of the two equations. Plus 35x minus 35x both will cancel. 49y minus 25y, that is 24y, which is equals to 0 minus 0 0, 5 minus 3 2, 3 minus 2 1. So 24y is equals to 120. We want y value, so take 24 to the right side. So we get y is equals to 120 divided by 24. 24 ones are 24 5s are. So y value is 5. Now this y value substitute in the first equation or in the second equation. I am taking the first equation. So the first equation is 5x plus 7y is equals to 50. 5x plus 7 into, in the place of y, 5 is equals to 50. We get 5x plus 7 into 5, 35 is equals to 50. This 35 I will take to the right side. So we get 5x is equals to 50 minus 35. 5x is equals to 50 minus 35, 15. 5x is equals to 15. Then x is equals to 15 divided by 5. That is nothing but 3. So x value we got as 3 and y value we got as 5. What are these x and y? X is nothing but cost of one pencil. Cost of one pencil we took as x, so here x is nothing but 3. So 3 rupees. Cost of one pencil is 3 rupees. The same way, cost of one pen. Pen we represented with the symbol y, so y is equals to 5. Cost of one pen is 5 rupees. One pencil cost is 3 rupees and one pen cost is 5 rupees. Okay, before going to the next question, till now if you didn't subscribe to my channel, subscribe for more videos. Okay, look at the question. Half the perimeter of a rectangular garden is 36 millimeters. If the length is 4 centimeter, 4 meter. Okay, this is not millimeters, this is meters. Half the perimeter of a rectangular garden is 36 meters. If the length is 4 meters more than its width, then find the dimensions of the garden. So in this case, I am not going to write any other alphabets, that is X or Y, and just simply I will go with length and breadth only. L for length, B for breadth. Let the length be L and breadth or width be B. Now, first condition, half the perimeter. What is the perimeter of a rectangle? 2 into L plus B is the perimeter of a rectangle. But he gave half the perimeter. So, half into perimeter of the rectangle is 36 meters, which is equals to 36. Here 2 both will cancel. So, we remains with L plus B is equals to 36. This is equation 1. Next, if the length is 4 meters more than its width, length is equals to 4 meters more than its width, B plus 4. Length is 4 meters more than the breadth. 2 equations we got. Now what I will do for the second equation, I will take this B to the left side. So we get L minus B is equals to 4. Now this equation and this equation I will solve. L plus B is equals to 36 and here L minus B is equals to 4. 2 equations I will do addition. L plus L, 2L plus B minus B cancel, which is equals to 36 plus 4, 40. 2L is equals to 40, then L is equals to 40 by 2, which is nothing but 20. Now L value we got as 20. Substitute this L value either in the first equation or in the second equation. I am going with the first equation. L plus B is equals to 36. L value is 20 plus B is equals to 36. If we take this 20 to the right side, we will get B is equals to 36 minus 20. B is equals to 36 minus 20. 16. Here length we got 20 and breadth we got 16 and the measurements are in meters, so length is equals to 20 meters and breadth or width is equals to 16 meters. Okay, let's move to the next question. We have a linear equation 2x plus 3y minus 8 is equals to 0. Write another linear equation in two variables x and y such that the graphical representation of the pair so formed is intersecting lines. He gave one equation 2x plus 3y minus 8 is equals to 0. And he is asking to create one more equation. After writing that equation, these two equations should have intersecting lines. It means one solution. Okay. For intersecting lines, what is the condition we have? A1 by A2 is not equals to B1 by B2. A1 by A2 is not equals to B1 by B2. Now, here A1 is 2, divided by A2, we don't know, we need to find. That should not be equals to B1 by B2. Here B1 is 3 divided by B2, we don't know, we need to create. Now for example, here I am writing number 7. That is your wish, no need to write only 7 only, you can write 3 also, you can write 4 also, but the only thing is that here 2 by 7 should not be equals to 3 by something. So here some other number I am writing 8. 2 by 7 is not equals to 3 by 8. It means this is A2 value and this is B2 value. So now by this A2 and B2 we need to create one more equation. Here 7 I wrote, so that's why 7x. Here 8 I wrote, that's why plus 8y. And we want constant also. Anyway, when they are intersecting, we don't have any work with the constants. We want only A1 by A2, B1 by B2 only. C1 by C2 is not needed here. So that's why I write any number as constant. I am writing plus 3 is equals to 0. These two equations will form intersecting lines. And sometimes in the same question only, instead of giving here intersecting, they will give parallel lines. Let us check how to solve that one then. The same equation 2x plus 3y minus 8 is equals to 0. This is for intersecting. Now for parallel lines. What is the condition for parallel? A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2 is not equals to C1 by C2. Here A1 is 2 divided by something is equals to B1 is 3 divided by something, that should not be equals to C1 is minus 8 divided by something. Okay, now here 2 by something equals to 3 by something. Here and here we need to write some numbers. These two values should be equal to each other. So it is very simple. Multiply with same number. 2 I am multiplying with 3. 2 into 3, 6. Here I multiplied with 3. Here also you multiply with 3 only. 3 into 3, 9. Now here write any other number which is not equal. This numerator 2 I multiplied with 3, so that's why I got 2 3s are 6. The same I am doing here. Here I multiplied with 3. Here also we need to multiply with 3 only. So 3 into 3, 9. Now here 6 I wrote, so 6x. Here 9 I wrote, so plus 9y. Here 7 I wrote, plus or minus 7, which is equals to 0. So now these two equations will form parallel lines. With the same concept you can write for coincident lines also. Okay, the 8th question is, the area of a rectangle gets reduced by 80 square units if its length is reduced by 5 units and breadth is increased by 2 units. If we increase the length by 10 units and decrease the breadth by 5 units, the area will increase by 50 square units. Then find the length and breadth. Length I am representing with L and breadth I am representing with B only. If you want, you can represent with X and Y also, no problem. So, okay, now come to the question. Area of a rectangle gets reduced by 80 square units if its length is reduced by 5. Original length is L, now it is reduced by 5. Reduced by 5 is nothing but L minus 5. And breadth is increased. We are finding area, so area is nothing but length into breadth. So that's why into. Breadth is increased by 2 units. Breadth increased by 2. Then what is happening there? Area gets reduced. Original area is L into B. LB. Now it is getting reduced minus 80. If length is decreased or reduced by 5 and breadth is increased by 2, then area will be reduced by 80. Now here first one into first one into second one, L into B, LB, L into 2, 2L. Second one into first one, minus 5 into B, minus 5B. Second one into second one, minus 5 into plus 2, minus 10 is equals to LB minus 80. Here left side LB, right side LB both will get cancelled. So we remains with 2L minus 5B minus 10. This minus 80 I am bringing to the left side. So we will get plus 80 is equals to 0. So 2L minus 5B, here minus 10 plus 80 plus 70 is equals to 0. This is equation 1. Next, second equation. If we increase the length by 10 units, original length is L, now it is increased by 10, so L plus 10 into, and decrease the breadth by 5. Original breadth is B and it is decreased by 5, so minus 5 is equals to, then the area will increase by 50. Original area is LB, now it is increasing plus 50. First one into first one, L into B, LB. First one into second one, L into minus 5, minus 5L. Second one into first one, 10 into B, 10B. Second one into second one, plus 5 into plus 10 into minus 5, minus 50 is equals to LB plus 50. Here LB, both will get cancelled and remaining everything I am taking to another side. So here minus 5L is there, if we take another side it will become plus 5L. Here plus 10B is there, if we take another side it will become minus 10B. Here minus 50 is there, if we take another side it will become plus 50. To the right side already we have plus 50 is equals to 0. So we get 5L minus 10B, 50 plus 50 plus 100 is equals to 0. Now if we observe the equation 1 and equation 2, here L coefficient is 2, here L coefficient is 5. Here B coefficient is minus 5, here B coefficient is minus 100. So L coefficient as well as B coefficient both are different, so we cannot solve this equation. Then we need to do a little changes and we need to make any one of the coefficients equal. So for that what I will do, this total first equation I will multiply by 2. 2L into 2, 4L, minus 5B into 2, minus 10B, 70 into 2, 140, which is equals to 0. Now these two equations I will solve. Plus will become minus, minus will become plus, plus will become minus. Minus 10B plus 10B both will get cancelled. Next 5L minus 4L, L. 100 minus 140 minus 40 is equals to 0. Now this minus 40 I will take to the right side. Minus 40 I am taking to the right side. So we get L is equals to plus 40. Now this L value we can substitute in the first equation or second equation. I am taking the first equation, that is 2L minus 5B plus 70 is equals to 0. Now in the place of L I will substitute 40. 2 into L is nothing but 40 minus 5B plus 70 is equals to 0. 2 into 40, 80 plus 70 minus 5B is equals to 0. 80 plus 70, 150 minus 5B is equals to 0. Minus 5B I am taking to another side. So minus 5B will become plus 5B. 5B is equals to 150. Then B is equals to 150 by 5. 5 ones are 5, 30s are. So B is equals to 30. And measures they give simply in units only. So that's why length is equals to 40 units and breadth is equals to 30 units. Okay, let us discuss the last problem in this exercise. In a class, if 3 students sit on each bench, 1 student will be left. If 4 students sit on each bench, 1 bench will be left. Then find the number of students and the number of benches in that classroom. let the number of students be x, let the number of benches be y. We don't know how many students are there and how many benches are there. That's why I'm taking students as x and benches as y. So let us check the first condition. If 3 students are sitting on each bench, 3 students are sitting on each bench, so it means students is equals to 3 times benches. If 3 students are sitting on each bench, it means number of students is equals to 3 into number of benches. One student will be left. Student is left, so minus 1. X minus 1 is equals to 3y. Now this minus 1 I will take to the right side. So we will get x is equals to 3y plus 1. This is equation 1. Next, second condition. If 4 students are sitting on each bench, so students is equals to 4 into y, and one bench is left, so here minus 1. Observe the difference clearly. Here one student is left, that's why x minus 1. Here one bench is left, that's why bench minus 1, and 4 students are sitting on each bench. So if we solve this, x is equals to 4 into y, 4y minus 4 ones are 4. This is equation 2. If we solve these two equations, equation 1 is x is equals to 3y plus 1 and equation 2 is equals to x is equals to 4y minus 4. I am doing subtraction, so this plus will become minus, plus will become minus, minus will become plus. X minus x 0, 3y minus 4y minus y plus 1 plus 4 plus 5. Now I will bring this minus y to the left side, will become plus y. So y is equals to 5. Next, this y I will substitute in the first equation. X is equals to 3 into, in the place of y, 5 plus 1. We get 3 5s are 15, 15 plus 1, 16. So x value is 16 and y value is 5. X is nothing but number of students. Number of students 16, and y is nothing but number of benches. So number of benches are 5 in number. So total 16 students are there and 5 benches are there. Till now, if you didn't subscribe to my channel, subscribe for more videos. Thank you.